Good afternoon. It's the 21st of July, and we're going to go on a pick through here and pick a little, see what we can find to pick. This is Zone 7, Southern Illinois, and we're in the fig greenhouse at Fig and Fruit Nursery and Orchard. Well, here we go. Is our first ones. This is LSU Improved Celeste. That one feels good enough. That nerve was definitely good enough. That nerve feels good. Yeah, see, they're not bleeding. They're good and ripe and got some cracks on them. And then you come up over here. I believe we got some. These are. That one's not quite right. There's one down here. This is LSU O'Rourke. They're a lot more purpler. They have more of an interior. There's a nice one. Ooh, I dropped it. Some more over here. There's all kinds on this tree. That's a good way to start out. See what else we can find. Here's some tigers. It's LSU Tiger. That one's ready. That one's ready. A couple of LSU Tigers, and you can see now they're shaped different. These are kind of small. They can be big. The in-ground trees are a lot bigger. Ooh, this is where I even picked that. That is White Triana. Ooh, that's a big fig. Here's another White Triana. Got a little bit of mold on it. It'll be okay. There's another White Triana that's ready. Boy, there's a bunch of them ready. They're nice and soft. Look how soft that is up there. That's the way you want your White Trianas. That's for sure. Here's a LSU Gold back here. Let's see if it's ready. Can you see it? Let's pull it over here. We can look. Nope, not quite ready. How about down here? This is Pico Seco, Moro de Caneva, Merino. But this particular one I bought from Dan Foster was the Pico Seco. I believe that one's ready. There's another one back here. That feels pretty ready. Might be picking it a little bit early, but it's got some nice cracks in it, and the skin's real. You can see where it's kind of coming with my finger off there, so I believe it's plenty ready enough. Now, on we go. Ah, this is LSU Hawyer. That one's ready. Let's see, here's another one way down here. It's kind of beat up a little bit. Tell you one thing I say that I don't like about this one. If it's got cracks in it, you might want to go ahead and pick it. When it starts cracking like that, you don't want to let it hang very long because it can get a little mold in it. Not all varieties do that, but LSU Hawyer does. Now this is a Mount Etna. I'm not going to get down here. There's a couple different types of Mount Etnas here. They're either Black Greek or Heart of Chicago, or I think this one right here that hasn't got any on it is a Kasari. Sorry. Nope, no, it does have one right there, but it's not ripe. So we're starting to get a few of these. These are really good. Not should have been a little riper probably, but man, look how soft it is. Tastes good. Alright, there's another one right there. That's a Tacoma Violet. Here's one that's really been a hanging. Let's look at it, see what it tastes like. Ooh. Sweet berry. Okay, this here is Malta Black. It's got a couple getting ripe on it, but I don't think it's quite ripe. Get both my hands in here. This one's pretty close. I'm gonna go ahead and pick that one. See what else we got back here. Nope, that one's not ready. That one's not ready. That one's not ready. Okay, no more there. Let's go on down and see what we got. I don't see anything on. This is Cavalieri. Doesn't have any. Down here. This is Sultane. Starting to crack. Oh man, it's close. Oh, no, there's a big difference. Oh man, there we go. That one's, you can see how soft it is, I hope. These need to be, now, see, that's not very soft. It's, that skin's still, even though it's starting to crack, it's still pretty firm. You want it soft, soft. Sultane. There's a Smith. Look at this silly. Oh, these things are awful. Morning glories get in here. Pick that Smith though. They kinda, here in the greenhouse, the Smith gets it's kinda green purple striped up when it ripens in here. It's kind of neat looking, a neat looking fig for me in this particular setting. This is Minskarinska, green Minskarinska. See what we've got in here. I don't know if any of these are quite ripe. They're all getting close, need a couple more days. But you can see it's got lots of figs on it and it's starting to ripen. Here's one right down here that's ripe. Yeah. Gotta watch out for roly-polies. See what this looks like. Definitely one of my favorites. That is the sweetest raspberry you'll ever eat. Let's see what else we can find. Alright, this is a Blue Celeste. My Blue Celeste probably needs to be, there's one right there that's good and ripe. Needs to be rejuvenated prune. Its figs do not get very big. Once in a while, and I really say this because I have another Blue Celeste that's in a 5-gallon pot, and it's growing really vigorously, and the figs are twice this size. Sometimes, and these hold on, you don't have to worry about them dropping. I mean, if they drop, they're really right. They hold on good. Got some more back here. I'm gonna get a handful off of this tree alone. Oop. Something eat that one. Wonder if that's one we missed when we had that got blowed down. Got some bird damage on it. We had a little bad weather and our net got blowed down on the end. And we had some birds get in here. All right, let's see what else we got here. Here is, this is Basilica Sika. Oh, it's not ripe yet, unfortunately. But it's getting close. Won't be long. Oh, here you go. This looks like, this is Emmeline's Purple. I believe that one's ready. And that one's ready. There's two Emmeline's Purple. Let's see what that looks like. Looks like kind of a honey fig, doesn't it? I had never got any ripe ones off of this one before, so that's kind of new to me. I don't know. Oh wow. It don't taste like a honey fig. There's a lot of berry in the skin. Maybe it's just because it's small. And it's thick too. That's really a good fig. It ain't very big, but it packs a lot of punch and the texture's really good on it. Got some more back here. This is a 7-gallon tree, and it hasn't grown very good, but it fruits like crazy. This is Bronzola rosa. That there's got a little bug damage on it, but it's good and ripe. Them others I don't think are ripe. No, got some ants. I'm gonna have to. I've yet to put my ant traps out this year. I guess it's time that we're starting to see a few ants here and there. I'm gonna have to get out my bottle cap, borax, and sugar, and put it in my bottle caps and put it out, and that'll put an end to the ants. Brazilian XP, getting ripe, but not ripe yet. Oh, here we go. Oh, that looks like a Hardy Chicago right up here. That's a big one too. I'm gonna let it hang another day or two. This is a Moscatel Preto. Man, I'll tell you, it's close. I'm gonna go ahead, see how it's cracking real good. I'm not gonna wait. It's got sugar spots on it. I think this one's ripe. Not bleeding. Looks plenty ripe enough to me. Let's go on down here and see what we got. Check that whopper out. Ooh, that's close. Real close. Let's see if there's anything else that might feel closer. That is. This is Weeping Apple Pie. This is a really good thick. And look at I don't know if you can see it, but can you see the honey coming out of that right there? Yeah, it still needs like one more day. The neck up in here is still hard. But it's already starting to drip honey out of it. Weeping Apple Pie. This is a tree that takes a number of years to really see what it is, and it really starts producing the type of figs that it produces. I don't think it's one that likes to be pruned. Let's see what we got over here. This is This is Pastilier. There's a little one that's ready. Oops. Here's one that's ready. It's a nice fig. Now I found one more. Some Pastiliers. This is Rajo. Called it on Rajo. You know, they say this is the same as Calda Dom Nore and Calda Dom Negra, but I'll tell you, I think this Rajo is at least 2 weeks later than any of the others. So that's one thing. This one always is about 2 weeks later when it starts ripening. All right, what else we got here? All right, look at that. We're gonna have to break this one open. It's so ripe, just because I can't wait. This is Borelli from Nikki. Boreale. That way, if I don't pronounce it right, at least I showed the correct spelling. Yeah, it's a good jammy fig. And it's thick. That's a real good honey fig. Nice and pasty. What else we got here? Borda Sotinka there behind you doesn't have anything on. Here's another Borelli from Nikki. And I don't think none of them are quite right. They definitely have a large open eye. And I don't know if you can zoom in on this eye or not, but it is just loaded with honey in the eye. Loaded. There is a pool of honey in that big old eye. It'd be nice to get to see. We'll get in a few days. We'll get to pick some of these and just see. I'll be interested to put one of these in the ground maybe and see, because they'll get a lot bigger in the ground, I would think. I mean, everything else is bigger in the ground. Why wouldn't they be? There, that's a beautiful Smith. Trying not to break my tip. There we go. Alright, I think there is some on that tree right there behind you. Let's see what we can find. This is Black Greek. I believe that's plenty salty enough. It's got plenty of cracking going on. Now this Black Greek in particular here, I believe to be the same as the one that Lou Money has. It's a Black Greek Marius. Alright, on over here, I think I'm seeing some Maryland berries back here. They're definitely shaped different. That I can say about, while it may be a Mount Etna, this one here in particular seems to have more kind of like a little bit more elongated. So that's a unique difference in it versus, there's the Black Greek I just picked. They're shaped a little different. This is another Smith. It's got one that's good and ripe. And then down here, oh yeah, oh no, that is no good. Like a bug must have got that. That is a Nero 600. Here's another Nero 600 right back here. Yeah, it's ready. That is, this back here is a Violets are poor. It's getting close. You know what? I think that Smith there is ready. And so is that one. And here's another Smith. It's ready. Man, we're getting some Smiths today. And we're looking here. Ooh. This is Golden Riverside. Not ripe. Not ripe. Get out of here. I don't see. This is my Gris de Saint Jean. Oh yeah. It's there. Get that picked. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I was just checking this out earlier too. And can you see the roots right there? Starting to come up to the top of the pot. Won't be long, we'll be able to take that air layer off there that from back in the early spring that got broke. We'll have another tree reared out of that. Let's see if there's any figs over here on this Morilla. No, it's not quite ready. Wait a minute. Right out there on the end. There's one. It's a good sized fig. I haven't had none of these. The rest of those ain't ready. So there's a Gris de Saint Jean and a Norilla. It had a passenger on it there. Them roly-poly bugs. Alright, let's blunder on through. This is my LSU Champagne. That one's definitely ripe. I just touched it. Look at that. Can you see it? There's another ripe one. It's starting to get some honey on it. This thing has a lot of figs on it. Here's another ripe one. And looks like this Bariba's ripe too. Here's a Bariba. I couldn't really tell much difference in the Bariba flavor and the, you know, in ground it might be a little bigger fig, but it's ripened at basically the same time. Let's see what else we got here. That one's not. That one's ready. They're typically kind of soft. You can get a little bit of a brownish bud on them when they're ripe. There's those. Who's on through here? Here's a black Mantazina back in here. It's not ripe yet, but it's getting there. It'll be a few days. These things they gotta hang about 8 days, it seems like, on average, before they ripen. LSU strawberry's starting to ripen. Looks like it's going to be the first of my Adriatics this year. I don't consider green Minsara an Adriatic. It's a green fig with a red interior, but it ain't nothing like an Adriatic. Let's peek through the jungle. Nothing down through here. Here is another Pastilier. Oh yeah, it's plenty ripe enough. We'll let that one hang today. Let's make sure we ain't got anything over here that we want to pick. That in there, we'll leave it till tomorrow. Sapphire 4. What a delicious fig. On through we go. Here's my JH Adriatic. It's got quite a few on it, but it hasn't even begun to ripen. Red Shram. That needs a day. All right, I wanted to show this tree. This is a hardy Chicago, and you'll notice that the figs on it are not even beginning to ripen, that it's behind. And I really heavily pruned it to lower it down. You can see where I pruned it back right there. So it's behind. It'll be my latest hardy Chicago's to get this fall. These will be my late ones. They'll be delicious, but it don't hurt. Sometimes you have to prune one like that. Now here's a Mount Etna right next to it that's got a lot of figs on it, and this is just an unknown Mount Etna. I bought it as something else, and it turned out that it was like this, so I just call it unknown Mount Etna. It ain't got nothing ripe on it. This next one here is from Nikki, and it's starting to get some ripe on it. This is Mutante Veneto. I think that's how you say it. It has some really neat leaves on it, and it likes to get a weeping effect. Kind of a neat tree. It's hard to judge these things until these trees get a few years age on them and see what the figs are. So I haven't eaten none, so we're gonna find out. We'll move on over to another hardy Chicago. That one there's not ripe. I'm gonna prune this one here back this year and select one of these I've got started growing down here as my new tree. I don't know, maybe it's a bad idea, but it's starting to get some spots on it, and I may change my mind for the years out about doing that to this tree, because this is my oldest tree. The wood that you're looking at there is 8 years old. This was the very first tree that I bought. This one and that other one that I had cut the top off of that's going to have late hardy Chicago's, they were once the same tree, and I split them in half. This is Campaneri I'm picking on here. It's got all kinds of ripe figs, and they're soft. I like to just let them get like, I don't know, feel like marshmallows. And they feel like little marshmallows with stems. That's what I'm looking for there. Marshmallows with stems. Oh, looky here. Maybe we got something. I hope there's one ripe on here. We'll open it up and taste it. Oh man, no, it's not there. It needs a day. This is Briscoe Rosa from Nikki. Last year we got some figs off of it for the first time, and while it looks like a Ronde de Bordeaux type, when we cut it open, the inside had more of an orangish color. So I don't know, and like I keep saying, these trees take some time, so I don't care if it looks like a Ronde de Bordeaux. If it has a different flavor, it's a different tree. This is Floria. I like these good and soft. And you can pick them a little sooner too. Those are all ready. Maybe some not as soft as another, but if they feel like marshmallows, there's no point in leaving them behind. It's another LSU. Look at the figs on this thing. LSU Higher. And you notice that some of mine I got some of them that I've done about picked all the figs off of them, and some I'm just now kind of starting to pick figs. This is one I'm just now starting to pick figs, and they're all off of the original same plant. So, you can get quite a bit of variance just from tree to tree. This is my reverted parrot jaw ramada. I do not see anything on it. Here is another LSU Huye. Yep, I'm gonna take that one. That one's ready. Still got quite a few figs on it. This here is called the Dom Nori. You know what? Let me double check that. No, that is not true. This is Negra. I had to look. The number one indicator between that I've seen different between, and I wished I had a nori, but the nori hasn't even started ripening. That's another sign. The difference between Negra, nori, and Rajo. Negra kind of comes in between, but the Negra, or the nori comes in between. The Negra comes first, and it has a lot shorter neck. It's still hard. It's kind of, and it does tend to want to get kind of split at the eye a little more than the nori does. So that's some differences I've noticed in these trees. Looks like we got another Florea here. It's got some ripe figs on it, getting some bug damage. That one's not ripe, not ripe. Look at this. Oh yeah, that one's ready. This is Perpone. Perpone. Not quite ready, but this one is. This is a really good fig. We want to look at this one. Really nice honey fig. And it has a nice berry flavor to go with it. With some table sugar. Definitely some table sugar in that. This is my Ronde de Bordeaux tree. Definitely got some ripe figs on it. They do tend to have a little bit more of an open eye than I like. There's several on this thing ready today. Yeah, let's see here. Here's a Minsara 10 is still, it's about to get finished, as you can see. But this thing has produced a tremendous amount of figs for us already this year. But its season's about to come to an end. There's a Florea. Alright, let's ease up through here and we'll see. Got a few more to look at. Hey, here's a fig. What is this? Is this ready? No. But it's a beaut. This is Black Mantasina. I don't have any over there. That one's not right. Here we go. Starting to split out. We'll leave it on there. It's not quite right. Maybe it won't split anymore. Here's a nice ripe one. Black Mantasina. It's a really delicious fig. Wait a minute, see if there's some more here. Got several on it getting ripe, but this seems to be the only one. It doesn't split very often, but if you catch it just right, it'll split one once in a while. Looks like there might be one more up here. Not quite. Another Black Mantasina. None of those are ready. But they're getting there. Oh, you know, while I was over here, I found something. So this is an in-ground. This would be an in-ground LSU Champagne. Oh yeah. Oh, you're gonna have to start watching this. I don't know if you can see it, but there it is right there. Oops. I just broke my steak there. That's okay. Yeah. Nice fig. Well, here's what we got picked today. Let's set it up there and see what it weighs. 5.21. Can you see it in there okay? Alright, 5.21 pounds. That's what we picked today. That's been our biggest pick of the year. A lot of good figs in here. Black Mantazina. There's Moscatel Preto. There's a Sapphire 4. It's soft. A lot of good stuff in there. That's what it's kind of like this time of year. We're going to start getting some figs now. It won't be long. We will be offering some figs to sell if there's anybody in the southern Illinois area that's interested in buying some fresh figs. We will be taking a few orders. So you have a good day. Thanks for watching.